Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy Spooky Noodles and I am back with another book mail video. Sorry, I burped a little bit there. But yeah, I got a video today, so let's do this. I got 4 books and they're all probably going to be awesome. Can't really say for sure because I haven't read them yet, but 2 of them are by authors I know. 2 of them are by new authors to me. Well, not really new authors to me. I know Regina Watts, but I haven't read her, so I'm just going to consider her new. This will be my first book I think I own by her. I might own Babysitter Massacre or whatever it's called. I might. I don't think I do, but I might. But anyways, we're going to start off with the 2 books that are not signed, and then we will move on to the books that are signed, and I just have to reorganize them real quick. And, yeah. So, by the way, we are in my room for a change. Right there, if you can see this right here, that is my GED, my General Education Diploma. So, and then right next to it, right there, that little square thing right there that I'm itching, that is my sister made me this little cardboard plaque, and it says how many books I sold at my first convention that I actually attended well, I sold books there, basically is what I'm trying to say. Can't think of the word. But, yeah, today we are here to talk about books. I have 4 of them, and 2 of them are by authors. Well, one is by an author I adore. The second one is by an author that's kind of newer to me, but I've read a little bit of his work. You know, I've read a few short stories by this author, and I want to read more by him. And I just saw this pretty book by him, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to buy it on a discounted price. So, therefore, I bought it. So, yeah. So, we have 4 books, and I'm ready to talk about them with you guys. But I have to do this relatively quick because, even though I've been dilly-dallying since I started this video, I have to do this relatively quick because, I got my sister's dog right next to me. Her dog is in a room, locked in a room. And I feel like taking him out and, you know, having a little bit of fun with him, you know, like, play with him a little bit. He's kind of a handicapped dog, you know. He's got 2 torn ligaments in his back legs. He's got a broken trachea, so his bark sounds a little, it's like, arf, arf, arf. It kind of sounds like a seal. It's kind of funny. And then he has a brain tumor. So, he's a little bit of a head case, if you will. But, we love him. We adore him. He's an awesome puppy, or well, not puppy, but he's a little older than a puppy now. He's actually the oldest dog in the house now that Einstein has passed away. So yeah, Miko's about around 5 years old. He's just older than James. We don't know his like his age, like down to the day and hour, you know, because well, we wouldn't know the hour for any of these dogs, but like, I know my dog's birthday is February 14th, I think it is, or the 24th. I forget. Whatever Valentine's Day is, that's her birthday. And then James's birthday is in July. So, Miko's just older than James. Probably why they don't get along. But, yeah. But anyways, we're not here to talk about dogs. We're here to talk about books. But before we do, I do want to say one thing. I have a anthology coming out. We are accepting stories on the 1st of December. So if you have any video game themed horror stories, definitely send them to us. We have, excuse me, by the way, we have a $30, we'll give you $30 for your story. We will give you a contributor's copy. And also, I'm going to put something in the contract that gives me rights to an audio narration, audio adaptation of their stories. So, I'm going to turn this one into an audiobook. I couldn't gather the rights for the other books, you know. I didn't know if I could gather up all the authors and get them to sign another contract giving me audio narration rights, you know. But, this time, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to put a little bit of a clause into the contract so we can do that. Maybe not clauses, probably not the right word, but whatever. So, yeah, there will be an audiobook of this anthology, and the anthology is called No Lives Left. And it's kind of a play on the game over type thing where you have no lives left, you know? So the game over, basically, that's what it is. You know, me and Brian Barry have been bouncing off ideas off each other, and I was going to write a story for this anthology, but I think I'm going to take a step back since there's so many good authors that want in. So I don't think I'm going to enter myself. Plus, I don't think I can write a short story right now that's above 5,000 words. I do have a short story that I've been writing, and that's around 1,500 words at the moment. So, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to enter it myself because I feel like that's not fair. And also, I don't think my story would be up to par with everyone else's. So, therefore, I'm going to step back and not be a part of it. Now, I'm trying to get Brian Barry to write a story for it, but he also wants to take a step back, and I'm going to let him do what he wants, you know? But I am trying to convince him to write a story because he's a bigger name. He doesn't really know that he's a bigger name, but people like him, and I think he would be a great addition to the book. But that's here nor there, and I just got a like from Brian Barry on Instagram. That's pretty funny because I was just talking about the little devil. But anyways, we're here to talk about books. We're not here to talk about my writing. I could make a whole writing video for you guys, but today we are talking about books. So the first book we have here is by John Durgan, and this is The Cursed Among Us. And if I am getting this right, this should be a coming-of-age story. Now, I don't know that for sure, but it's formatted, like, it's really well formatted. This looks like a really good book. It has a bunch of blurbs in the front from other authors. So, yeah. The cover art was by Matt Self Barnes. Interior formatting by Joshua Marcella. I heard that name before. I think I'm friends with them on Facebook. And then there's a epigraph from Stephen King's Salem's Lot. There's little good in sedentary small towns, mostly indifference, spiced with an occasional vapid evil, or worse, a conscious one. Interesting epigraph. So you got a prologue and stuff. But let me read the synopsis, and then we'll move on to the next book. So here's The Cursed Among Us. Sorry, I think Among Us, and I think of the video game. So The Cursed Among Us is kind of funny. But anyways, let's do this. It has been 20 years since the serial killer known as the Blackheart Killer terrorized the town of Newport in 1979. Life mostly returned to normal after the killer was captured. All the townspeople have to do is stay out of the woods where the bodies were abandoned, their chests ripped open, and their hearts torn out. Now, before I read the second part of this synopsis, I want to say, or book description, I want to say that my question here now is, are the bodies still in the woods? They just left them in the woods, like with their hearts ripped out and stuff, chests open, like just left them in the woods, like, nah, we're not going to bury these folks. No, we're just going to leave them. Or is it like past tense where these bodies were in the woods and no one goes over there because that's where all the people died? I don't know, you know, don't ask me questions because I don't know the answer to them until I read the book. But now this is where we get to the second part of the book description, where I believe this is a coming-of-age story. And if it is, and tell me if I'm wrong, but if it's a coming-of-age story, it's going on my coming-of-age shelf. So that's a good shelf to be on. Excuse me. But here we go. Second part. Howie Burke and his friends decide rules are meant to be broken. That's what 15-year-old kids do. On a beautiful fall day, they decide to go out in the woods to film a horror movie when they stumble across a mysterious grave. What they don't know is that they are about to release an evil on the town, unlike anything in their homemade movies. Blah, blah, blah. They will soon uncover the secrets of the Blackheart Killer and what it truly means to be cursed. So that is The Cursed Among Us by John Durgan. Also, you know, I'm no longer sick anymore, but the chill in the air has me left with a, like, I have a runny nose is what I'm trying to say, without being poetic about it. I got a runny nose, so you're going to hear me sniff a lot, so I apologize. Next, we have Regina Watts's Nun Massacre. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be in the same vein as the Brian Barry Slasherback series, because I love a good slasher movie. I even like slasher movies that are bad, you know? Like, I'm not saying this is a bad movie at all. It's a little silly, don't get me wrong, but I like these type of movies, but it's like Blood Rage, you know? Blood Rage is a fantastic, example of a bad, good horror movie, or slasher movie. So, I'm hoping it's in the same vein as those type of things. Regina Watts is someone I've been wanting to check out for a while now. Yeah, let me, first of all, it says on the front of the cover, "Pray you get away." That's pretty awesome. But, let me read the back. "To whom shall I be afraid? Question mark? 1978. Dawn and her friends have just graduated high school and are celebrating the one last party. But this is no ordinary shindig. Barbara has convinced everyone to make the trip to St. Cecilia's preparatory school. I can't say that word. Where decades earlier all the students and nuns were slaughtered. They have beer, a record player, and their whole lives ahead of them. But what Dawn and her friends don't know is that something still stalks the halls of St. Cecilia's. Something that doesn't like having visitors. Soon after they arrive, the bodies start piling up. As their last hurrah becomes a fight for survival, the teens are forced to reckon with the monster responsible for the original massacre, and the monsters they have become as the night wears on. Who will make it out alive? That's the Nun Massacre. Also, this book, I didn't tell you how many pages the last one is, but just know it's probably over 300 pages. This one is a little bit smaller, coming in at 177 pages. It's also published by something called Puppet Combo, influenced by slasher movies and low-poly survival horror titles from the PS1 and PS2 eras of gaming. Puppet Combo is a prolific studio whose titles range from such nightmarish offerings like Power Drill Massacre to the more conceptually surreal Feed Me, Billy. Nun Massacre is the company's second collaborative novelization. Be sure to look out for Babysitter Bloodbath. Check out Puppet Combo's website for more on its games, including Nun Massacre. Then support the creation of new games and get tons of fantastic content by contributing to their Patreon. Anyways, this book comes in at 177 pages, so it's gonna be a nice thick read for me. It's just above where I like to be with my page counts, but I feel like it's going to be a brisk walk through the park for me, because Regina Watts, I think, is going to be an author I really like, so we'll see, but yeah. Anyways, next we have a signed book. Hold on one second. Oh, took me a second. Okay, sorry about that. This book is by Brian G. Barry, and it is Nightweaver. So let me read the back for you guys. Grant, Oregon, 1986. There's an old house that is the center of many speculations and whispers from the folks back in town. This house was the center of an atrocious occurrence that left many of the animals in the area dead. Some dissolved. Then one day it all just seemed to go away, forgotten as if nothing happened. But this time, instead of the locals' pets disappearing, 2 kids go missing, and the town is in an uproar. For Sheriff Jim Kirby, good name, and Deputy Justin McCaddy, not so good name, they're about to face a horror no amount of bug spray or boot heels can prevent. Oh, I like that last line. Oh, man. So, this one comes in at... Wait, hold on. 157 pages, it looks like. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's 157 pages. And it's signed by Brian Barry himself, as you can see. Let me move my mouse cursor so the light stays on. So, it says, Nick, hope you like spiders. The stars were red that night. Brian Barry. Although it looks like 2 cursive check marks for his name. So I think that's kind of funny. But I will take it. This is Nightweaver by Brian G. Barry. And that's signed copy. So it's going on my sign shelf. Right where my Brian Barry collection is. I still need to get more Brian Barry books. I have a lot that I don't own yet. But he doesn't have copies on hand. So I have to wait. And also, I don't have the money. So, yeah. So next is the last book we're going to talk about. I think I'm going to read the back. No, this is a collection. I don't know if I should read the back, guys. But, it's a short story collection by Weird Press. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I got a deal on this. It was like $10 off. And that is, I don't know if you can see that, but The Horrors of War by Tim Curran. So this has like beautiful interior art, especially on the fold back pages or whatever you want to call these. Bam! And wow, these are just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And it's signed by Tim Curran and the artist Brad Moore. If you can see that. Don't want to like ruin the book. So there's like a lot of cool imagery in here. I think every story has an image. So that's pretty cool. And then here's the back cover. I don't know if you can see that. But I think the whole thing, yeah, it's like one big image. It's really cool. And the back has the same cover thing, so that's really awesome. So I can't wait to read more Curran. So far, his short stories have been amazing. I've read a little bit of Alien Horrors, and I've really enjoyed what I've read so far by Tim Curran. I need to finish that book eventually, but unfortunately, I'm focusing on Undertaker's Moon by Ronald Kelly at the moment. By the way, this great book, signed by Tim Curran, like I said. I'm focusing on Undertaker's Moon, aka Moon of the Werewolf, by Ronald Kelly, and I am really enjoying it so far. It's really good. I totally recommend it. It's probably going to be my next tattoo. I'm looking very forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm having a blast mowing through this book. Just absolutely mowing through this book. I started it like a long time ago, but just recently I picked it up again. And at first I wasn't sure if I liked the narrator's voice, because I'm really picky with voices, but you know, it's growing on me. And now it's basically a tumor that I love and enjoy. It's like that boil that one kid had in Timmy Turner's show, Very Odd Parents. So, the talking boil. So, that's what it's like, although the talking boil was evil and telling the kid bad things. But anyways, I always got a kick out of that. But it reminded me of, like, a funny version of the Son of Sam, you know? Except he has a boil talking to him, telling him evil things. I'm kind of getting off topic. But anyways, Undertaker's Moon is a fantastic RK story. I'm really enjoying it so far. And I want to read more of it soon. Hopefully very soon. Actually, I'm probably going to get off of here and go directly to reading it. So, after I get my sister's dog out of her room. And, yeah. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys this. I hope I did because it's been out for a little bit now. But my collection, Nicholas Gray's Halloween Tales, is out now, you know? It's out in audiobook. Narration is out now. It's done by Justin Mills, who's like kind of been my staple narrator lately. I've been going to him for all my narrations. I've only used two other narrators other than him. John Wayne Cominelli is kind of hard to contact these days for narrations. I got to go through an agent with him, and I just didn't want to deal with that. And Justin Mills has been solid for me. He's a great narrator, a great voice. He does some sound stuff with the narration, you know, like he'll like snap celery to break bones, you know, and it's really cool. He does a really good job, and I feel like I don't pay him enough, but he's great. Go check him out. And Justin Mills is awesome. Like I said, he narrated Field of Fiends, and he's narrated the Halloween Tales. I feel like he's narrated one more, but I'm not remembering. Maybe he narrated The Thing in the Ward, but I'm not remembering. Can't remember. But I was thinking of having Grey's Anatomy turn into a narration, but I don't think Justin Mills would be up for it because some of those stories are grody. But like The Woman Shrouded in Flies, for instance. But yeah, he's a great narrator, and I will always have him narrate my stuff if he's up for it. So yeah. What else is there to talk about? Well, I've been talking for 21 minutes now, so whew, it's been a long day, guys. So I haven't really been writing. I've been reading, but not writing. My writing's been on the back burner for quite some time because I'm going through something called peak season at work. What peak season is, for the folks who don't know, it is the peak of the season where we sell the most. So think Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas. This whole month of December and the last few weeks of November have been very stressful for me. I've been having to work, come in an hour early to work. So I've been working from 6:30 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. And then on Sunday, I work from 6:30 to 6 p.m. So I'm working Wednesday through Sunday. So I get 2 days off like normal people, but I'm working way more than most people. Also, I am working much harder than I usually do. I am busting my butt at work, and I feel like I'm not getting appreciated enough for it, but that's okay. I'm getting appreciated a little bit, so that's good. I did just get a gift from Amazon, the company. I won a raffle, and how I got the tickets for the raffle was kind of funny. I was busting my butt off all day. I got the second highest rating or pick count of the day that day, and they gave me 3 raffle tickets. And then, as an apology for working so hard when everything was failing around me, they gave me 2 extra tickets. So I put all 5 of those tickets in one bin, and I won. So what did I win? Well, I got to choose I got to choose from a bunch of stuff, like a list of things. So I ended up going with a personal heater because I couldn't really find anything that I thought would be useful for me other than the personal portable heater. I thought maybe I can bring it out to camping and stuff like that. I could put it in my room during the winter and keep myself warm, keep my dogs warm. That's what I'm thinking, you know. If I want to go outside and read at night, I have the portable heater. So, thought it was okay choice. But other than that, I haven't really gotten any consideration for, like this week was kind of a rare week where I got VTO'd a little bit, meaning I got sent home early. It's voluntary time off. It's not really voluntary time off. Well, I don't feel like it is because I have a problem saying no to people sometimes. I'm getting better at saying no, don't get me wrong, but it's one of my faults in my personality is that I do have trouble saying no to people. But there's also the side where I also really want to leave work some days, and it's hard for me to say no at all because, like, it's tempting to take that voluntary time off because it's hard. I'm working so hard, harder than everyone else. It's so hard for me because, okay, I'm making it, now this is like a sob story here, but like, I'm not trying to make it into a sob story. Don't feel bad for me, but I really, really have been working really, really hard, busting my butt out, putting up 400 items picked an hour, which is like, the floor average is 230. So I'm like going 170 over the pick average. So you're welcome. But yeah, it's been stressful, and seeing everyone not work as hard as me is frustrating. But I understand that not everyone's going through something, you know, and everyone has different amount of years here. It's the people that have been here for quite some time that still don't try and go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes at a time, that don't get yelled at by the managers. But the second I step out of line, I get reprimanded instantly. I don't understand it quite as much as I should, I guess. But it is here nor there. I'm going through peak season, so it's been really hard on me mentally and physically. I have been sleeping a lot on my days off, where I should be writing and reading and doing my book mails and reviews, you know. But I haven't. I've been relaxing and sleeping instead. I'm hoping Tuesday's more productive for me, but Monday I've been resting. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. But honestly, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I did just get some book sale money, which was really nice. But that's, you know. And thank you for everyone who's been buying my personal stuff, and my business anthologies. I really appreciate it. It means the world that I am producing these books and people are enjoying them. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys rock. And yeah. I'm working on a few things. 9 Lives has been the biggest focus. And then a gaming horror story I've been writing, but I think I'm going to give up on it. But I'll finish it eventually. But I think I want to focus on 9 Lives only, so I can just finish it and get it out the door. Also, my one of my editors are working on Symbiotic right now, and I haven't messaged them in quite a bit to ask them where they are at with the edits. They're a pretty fast editor, okay? And I'm kind of surprised that it's been a few months now and I haven't heard back from her. So I'm going to probably shoot her a message today, and hopefully everything's fine. I'm sure there's a reason for it. You know, I know she's hella busy. You know, she's editing and publishing and doing all this stuff, you know. So I know she's got a lot on her plate. So I'm not trying to stress her out, and I'm not here to complain. I just want to know where she's at with my book, you know. I would love to know. It's a book that I wrote a long time ago, and I threw it on her lap and said, edit it how it is. And I know that's got to be hard because it's older Nick writing, so it's not as good as current Nick writing. You know what I mean? So we'll see what she does and says about it. But Symbiotic should be out next year, hopefully. But other than that, I don't really have much to talk about writing-wise. Like I said, I'm currently reading Undertaker's Moon by Ronald Kelly. And I'm also reading a Brian G. Berry book. But I paused it to focus on one book at a time, because I notice if I bounce back and forth, I kind of get a little distracted, and then I don't read one of the books. And anyway, it's a big deal, you know. So I set that book aside, and I'm going to read it after I finish Undertaker's Moon. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Deuces.